Okay, so to sew on an invisible zip, you need to put on a foot like this. This is a guiding foot. It has like a groove on the both the sides, so you can use it either side, and it basically guides itself against the groove of the zip itself. So the part of the invisibility of the zip actually goes inside of the groove and is self-guiding. And first of all, you're going to change the foot on the machine. Like this. Now what I've done on the skirt is attached the two pieces and also darted both the pieces. I've done this fairly wide and I've left quite a bit of allowance on both sides, and I'm going to place. Now the zip side of this is going to be, the whole of the zip is going to face towards the outside, and we're going to open the zip up and leave a little bit. And in the opening, I'm just going to guide it down. Zip closes, basically is going to go right close to the opening. Now we've got to do the same on the other side. Now the one thing that I forgot to mention is this zip is actually cut, so before it starts to slip out, what we're going to do, and we're going to do a couple of stitching just to stop this zip from slipping out from the bottom. It's very easily done. So what I've done is just put like a closing seam onto that, and now if I take the zip down, it'll actually, that seaming will stop the zip from going down any further. What happened was I actually couldn't get hold of a black zip, an invisible zip, so I've taken it off an existing garment. Now we've got to attach this onto the other side, so we're going to take that along and basically just leave that on the inside and just go back up. Now this is not going to go right close to the edge, but we're going to go back and close that off later on after we've stitched this. Now as I mentioned earlier, it does this zip thing has a groove on both sides, so if we place this like such, facing the opposite way, as long as we don't get a twist in it. Get off, you. Go on, get off. close to the edge as far as it'll go. It won't go right to the edge, but it doesn't matter. Now we're going to close the zip like such, and before you go too close to the edge, make sure to turn that. Now this fabric doesn't fray, and you don't really need, this is a very, very simple and easy way of inserting a zip. I'm not going to bother too much. This seam is just so that the zip by accident doesn't slide out. Now we've got a small bit of a gap there, and what we're going to do is pull that out, and that seam now, we're going to take that seam right up to the edge so that it closes off the opening. So hold the zip out, and this seaming, we're just going to close that off. Press the seams open, and that's basically all there is to it. Now if you press the seams open, that should sit flat, and if you wanted, you could actually seam this back onto it, and that way it will give you a finishing and also a covering on the zip, which I might just do that, since I've got plenty of, since the fabric on the inside of this is quite a lot. Now to do that, what we're going to do is change this foot onto a piping foot or a zip foot. Now this is not going to be visible on the right side. This is just to cover the inside of the zip.